Alright guys, we're live. So, welcome to the stream. Once again, I did a stream on Tuesday. If you didn't check that out, I will have the link to that last stream in the chat right now, so you guys can check that out. And I'll put it in the description as well when I'm done with this live stream as well, so you guys can check out the live stream that went on the last time, which was on Tuesday the 26th, because I postponed the last live stream that was supposed to be on Sunday to this Tuesday, and now I'm gonna do another live stream this Friday, which is today. So, I'm gonna go find my other live stream just so I can give you guys a link to the other live stream if you guys have missed that one. That was a very fun live stream to do. I love that live stream, and it was great. So I'm gonna give you guys the link to the stream now. So, okay, don't want that. I'm gonna share the link. All right. I hope everybody could make it to the stream. I'm very happy to do another stream on Sunday, which will be this Sunday actually, since I didn't get to do another stream. Depending if I don't have any technical difficulties on Sunday, so yeah. Everyone is here and ready for Yeah, so if you couldn't tell from the title, I'm gonna talk about the downfall of Google Stadia, and we're going to do that actually, which I am really excited to talk about this since it's a gaming related topic, and I followed this to maybe around 2021, I would say, but you get my point. So we'll just start talking about the downfall of Google Stadia. And if you cannot tell from the title, I thought I didn't see this coming, and I knew this is coming eventually. And let me tell you why. Well, if you haven't noticed the current trend of the gaming industry as of late, then you would know that by now digital distribution has taken over, and the big block stores have already I mean, the stores are The stores are relatively going up, but with digital distribution on the rise and going strong, actually, it is going to fall apart eventually in the near future. And it's getting to be more likely. And same with Google Stadia and every single cloud gaming service that is out there. Now, Google Stadia, for those that do not know, is a cloud gaming service made by Google and an attempt to make a cloud gaming service which contain all your favorite AAA titles like Fortnite, Battlefield 2042, Red Dead Redemption, all the AAA titles that people love so much. Yeah, all the titles that people love so much that has gotten super popular lately in the realm of gaming. And I'm not surprised that this happened, considering that Google Stadia was a failed service from the beginning. Because honestly, the frame rate, I didn't actually play Google Stadia. I didn't actually try the service, but I've heard a lot of things that have been going on, a lot of videos that have surfaced around this topic, Google Stadia, because I love to hear about things. And I actually made a video on Google Stadia, and I actually did predict that Google Stadia would be shutting down, and I think lots of other people did as well, with the rumors that were going around as well. So it's no surprise that this service will go away and fade from existence in the next year, which is getting closer and closer. We're already in September, and we're like getting onto October, which is coming tomorrow, and it doesn't have much time left, which is ironic because Google Stadia is shutting down in January of this year. Hooray, hooray, surprise, surprise. Nobody think it was a surprise that this was going to be shut down eventually, which I think everybody in their in everybody in their communities knew what Google Stadia was going to fail at some point. So yeah, and honestly, I could say it is kind of sad to see it leave, but in the other sense, rest in peace to Google Stadia. Google tried to make it work, and with all of it, it didn't go so well. I'm kind of sad. Actually, I know I'm not sad. I'm just like I'm not surprised at all, considering that this happens with probably every Google product. I assume I haven't really gotten into it other than just like a few videos that I viewed over with Google, but that's how it goes. But it's kind of just like Google, you kind of stepped into a direction that you knew that you were gonna screw up, but you didn't actually take action. It was a promising service. Don't get me wrong. It was a promising service. At the beginning, it was a prominent service. And it was gonna look great. But given everything that people have said, you know, that is to show for something. Because people predicted that this service is going to shut down eventually. And, with all the problems that it came with, yeah, Google was going to give up on it eventually. So you kind of expect there to be bittersweet, but just kind of disappointing at the same time, to say the least. So, yeah. you know that's how all of these go. And with speaking of other than Google Stadia, there's been other gaming, I would have to say the least, other gaming product failures that have gone on throughout the history. There's the Virtual Boy, which not surprising that it fell from existence, because the janky console itself. The console itself is like a pair of glasses that were kind of like 3D, but you had to go like this so you could play it, like be this close. Like, look at my head, like this close to get it, to get to the Virtual Boy. Like, you had to be like this close to actually see what was going on in the Game Boy. And you had to actually be like this close to see what was going on in the Virtual Boy. Sorry. In the Virtual Boy, to see what was going inside the thing. Sorry if I mispronounced Virtual Boy with Game Boy. I'm kind of more used to the Game Boy than the Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy, I didn't own that system, but you get what I mean. Like, the Virtual Boy was a failure at best. And I could describe any other product failures as well, but I'm not gonna go on a tangent with that. But that was probably the most prominent one, even especially what is it, the Xbox 360. Even though it sold a lot, that was probably the other downfall as well, since people started to deal with the red ring of death, and that was the ultimate downfall of the Xbox 360. That was one of the biggest weaknesses, actually, because people were having problems with it, and if you played it for like more than like 1 hour or something like that, then it would just overheat, I would think. And consoles fail over time, but with the Xbox 360, it had no excuse, since lots of people who had it on launch day, had particular problems when they came to like a year or a couple years later. It just had problems with the red ring of death. So it's no surprise that it failed right away, even though that Microsoft got all the money from the consumers, because they bought console after console to get a new one, and for that to break maybe like a year or two later. That shouldn't happen. That was another failure in the video game in the video game history thing, Yeah, that was another one. That was another one which I don't understand why. And the whole the whole thing with the PS3 being the prominent console of the seventh generation, which it was, and the Nintendo Wii, it had potential, but what happened with that thing? It didn't. It had a lot of potential, but not a lot of great games, to say the least. Even though there were some great first party titles, but those will always be great, and the Nintendo is always gonna be great at doing the first party titles. Now when it comes to third party, but they're they're getting there with the Switch. And also, I do actually want to actually go into an article. Let's see. So let's see here. Cool.
Listen. So my curls, they're such...
Sorry. Alright, and I'm gonna send the link to this now, which I'm going to. Okay. I'm actually gonna click on the link and see what it says, because it's very tasteful. Okay, to see what it is. I'm gonna show the article here. Just give me a minute while I do the display capture for this thing, cause it takes long to do this the screen the display capture for this thing. So we're gonna take this out first. So give me a moment. There we go. And actually, this is actually quite proof of why Google Stadia is actually dispersing from existence at this point. So, I actually want to see the reaction. I actually want to show my reaction doing this. So, here we go. This is The Verge, and here is the article about Google Stadia shutting down. And I'm going to read parts to you about this, and this is going to be very tasteful, to say the least. So here we go. The headline is shutting down Stadia. Google is shutting down Stadia. No surprise. Well, yes, it was built on a strong technology foundation, so here we go. So it says here, a few years ago, we also launched a consumer gaming service, Stadia Vice President and GM Phil Harrison said in a blog post. And while Stadia's approach to streaming games for consumers is built on a strong technology foundation, it hasn't gained the traction with the viewers that we expected. So we made the difficult decision to begin winding down our Stadia streaming service. Employees on the Stadia team will be distributed to other parts of the company. Well, it did start with the strong technology foundation, but you didn't. But here's the thing, Google. You did start with a strong technology foundation. You did. But you didn't really. You forgot one thing that would have made Stadia successful. The consumer. Us. Us right here. Us right here. Here. The consumer. The consumer. All of us watching the live stream right now. The consumers who paid hard-earned money to go on your Stadia service and to actually play the games on the Stadia service. You forgot that one thing. You had a good foundation, but you forgot the consumer at hand. Alright, and here we go. Harrison says Google sees opportunities to apply Stadia's technology to other parts of Google, like YouTube, Google Play, and its AR efforts. And the company also plans to make it available to our industry partners, which aligns with what we see the future of gaming headed. He wrote. Google detailed some of the finer points of the shutdown in an FAQ. Refunds will automatically be made through the Google and Stadia stores, and you won't have to return any hardware. Stadia Pro subscriptions will not be eligible for a refund, but you will not be charged during the shutdown period and can access games you may have redeemed as a Pro user until everything is wound down. Google has closed the Stadia store, so you can't buy or in-game transactions. Buy games or in-game transactions. Yeah, like nobody has seen the writing on the wall right now. The writing has been on the wall for a while, most recently when Logitech announced its new cloud gaming handheld last week, and Stadia was one of the few cloud gaming services now mentioned. But Stadia has been facing rumors of its demise practically from the start. And you know, this comes to Google has a habit of killing projects only a few years after they launch. In Stadia, a cloud gaming service from a company with few ties to the gaming industry, seemed like a prime candidate for an early demise. Last year, rumors abounded it would shut down after the number of games released to the platform showed, and the company shuttered its in-game development studios, where those rumors popped up again this year. Google insisted that Stadia was not shutting down. Rest assured, we were always working, bringing more great games to the platform in Stadia Pro, the company said in a tweet, which was true until today. Well, you see, everybody, that's how Stadia was shut down, and how it fell to its demise. Very sad, actually, but we are here to make. But that's what it ultimately came down to. Can't say I'm surprised, because with what Stadia, what Google was focusing with Stadia at the time. So sorry if my like video capture thing was so small, but you know, I had to do it for the article. But you can see why it's like this. So that's great. That's kind of why Google kind of fell down. So I'm kind of surprised. I'm not surprised at all that this happened. So yeah, you see why you see this is the reason why some you know, I just don't understand at all. I really don't. Um, you know, Google tried to experiment with Stadia. Do you know where that got them? This is where they got them. And you know, sometimes experiments of things don't really go well in the end as well. So you can yeah, a failed gaming service, you know, a great promising service turned into a downfall and it gets shut down. What a great year. A great start to the year for Google Stadia to shut down in January of 2023. So, yeah. But for those who have played Stadia, I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna put it in the chat too. So, get ready for this question. So, if you guys have played Stadia, if any of you have played Stadia, I know like people who have, I think people have played Stadia. For people who have played Stadia, I want to know your guys' experience. I want to know what your guys' experience is like with the Stadia platform. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Or were you just like me that didn't hear about the service? Or actually I did hear about the service a long time ago, but you did not get the chance to experience the service at all, is all I'm saying. I'm going to put that in the chat now. How was your experience sorry guys? Did you like it? Yeah, I typed it in the chat. I asked the question. For people who have tried Stadia, I'm gonna ask this question again. For those who didn't hear it, how was your experience? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the chat or in the comments. Tell me your experience. I want to know, since we're gonna be talking all about Stadia. Because honestly, I could be talking about this all day. So here, here's to a discussion about it. So I'm ready for the experiences. If you guys want to leave them down in the chat. I'm ready to actually let you guys put in your experience in the chat or in the comments, whichever one you prefer. So honestly, I could be talking about this all day, but I want you guys to put your experience down in the chat or in the comments, whichever one you prefer. After this stream. Well, you know, gaming is quite is quite colorful, to say the least. It's quite colorful with what has happened here to this week with Google Stadia. It's no surprise at all. It's really no surprise at all. But I'm here to talk about it, and I want you guys to talk about it as well. We can chat about this the whole stream if we could, if I can, we could, and I really would like to make this stream about Google Stadia, because that's the title of the video, the downfall of Stadia. We did see this coming, and I did put it in the title. We did see this coming as well, because we knew what was going on. Google, in the article it said that Google has a tendency to shut down their services, which is probably no surprise at all, because Google is notorious for doing that, and with many successful products that they have launched, like Google Slides, Forms, even Docs, and even Drive, which mostly everybody uses on a daily basis. There has to be one mistake. There has to be. And mistakes happen, and the company should learn from them, considering that there's a lot of successful products that they have put out for productivity, for a lot of things that pertain to life, that pertain to everyday life, which I would say, Google, to me, I use Google's products quite a lot, and as a Google user myself, I really enjoy it, and to see the gaming service that they put out, honestly, I just don't know. And it's kind of sad, to say the least. And well, as a fellow gamer, I would say the same. But at the same time, not surprised at all, from what I just repeatedly said, maybe like 3,000 times now. But Google's products will always be the bread and butter of what I've done as, the as a YouTuber. I use it for my content creation almost every day. And Google has helped me quite a lot when it comes to scheduling, when it comes to making the scripts, even though I switched to another service, you know, and I use it quite a lot. And, Google Calendar has been quite a service to me, and I use it almost all the time to plan out videos, to plan out the production of videos. I do a lot on there, and that service to me was great, and especially with the other ones, because I used Google Docs before using another service, which I'm not gonna name, and that was great. And Google Slides as well. I did use Google Slides for some of my videos as well, with the with one of my videos that was the gaming laptop things, the top 10 gaming laptop video. I used Google Slides for that. And yeah, and I did use Google Sheets as well. And I did I did show a Google Sheet in a video of mine that I did maybe like in the summer of this year, which was the quantity and the cost of my dream gaming setup. That was another one of the videos that I did with a Google product. So Google is near and dear to me, and it's quite a hefty service to say the least. I like using them for a lot of different things, and it's great for all my uses. So yeah, I'm kind of like a little bit of in the middle when it comes to this sort of thing. But I would say, why not? So, I would say that. God, this stream is going on for long, right? I think I could end the stream here, but I really don't really want to at this point, because the streams have been going on for maybe like 40 minutes at at at, at any given point, because I like to keep the streams long. And it's fun to do the streams. I like doing streams. It's really good actually, and I like doing them because it's it brings out my personality quite a lot. I love doing the streams with you all, and just kind of getting to hang out with you guys and bringing out my best self in every single one, because I love doing these, and the last one was pretty fun too. I'm not gonna lie, the A Colorful Tuesday Afternoon was a great stream. I really did love that one. So I would like to thank you guys for uh, for showing some support on that one as well. That one was pretty fun. It was great. I did enjoy it. So I would thank you guys for that as well. And yeah, and this stream is actually really fun. I'm not gonna lie. I did talk a lot about Google Stadia, but I kind of like voicing my own opinion, and that's how I built my channel. Since mm, I like to voice my opinion, and I do like to hear other people's opinions as well. If you guys have opinions about other, if you guys have opinions about a certain topic, then I will hear that out. You guys, I want to build a community on this, and the streams are good to do that. and and also in the comment section as well. So I kind of enjoy doing these streams as well, and they're more fun. It brings out the best of what I've done. And a lot of people seem to enjoy them. And a lot of people seem to enjoy them, which I do too. And it's quite wonderful that people come here and do the stream, and that people come here and see me blabber on about gaming topics, or maybe around like 30 to 40 minutes at best. And it's great to see that. God, this stream has gone on for so long. I think I might want to end it soon. Well, I want to thank you guys for showing up to the stream. If you guys haven't shown up to the stream, then you are missing out. I hope to see you guys all relatively soon. And I hope you guys enjoy my other content coming soon. And we'll be doing even more content to rise up the community and build a community of gamers alike, and what people think of the gaming industry. Later, guys.